You know those times when you feel like you're doing life, but you're not really living it? You're checking boxes, showing up for people, maybe even crushing it at work, but inside you feel flat, disconnected, like your soul is behind glass. You are not lazy and you're not broken, but you might be in functional freeze. Hi, I'm Amy Rose White. I'm an integrative psychotherapist making videos on psychospiritual self-healing tools and helping folks heal trauma and reconnect with their aliveness. So today, I want to show you what functional freeze really is, how to recognize when you're in it, and most importantly, how to thaw and come back into your body. Stay with me until the end. We'll do a short guided practice together to help you reawaken your energy and presence. So what is functional freeze? Functional freeze is a state where your body's survival system is completely running the show. It's when your nervous system says it's not safe to stop, but it's also not safe to feel. So you feel on autopilot and stay there, doing, producing, functioning, but feeling disconnected from joy, creativity, or really deep intimacy. You might notice that you go through your day numb but productive, feel detached from emotions or even hunger and pleasure. Maybe you're kind and helpful, but you rarely feel deeply connected. You could even have trouble remembering things or at times just feel foggy. You could tend to think about feelings instead of actually feeling them. None of this means that you're failing. It means that your body is protecting you from overwhelm, and that pattern probably started a very long time ago. Functional freeze is your system's really intelligent adaptation to chronic stress or trauma. It is your body saying, I'll keep you alive, even if that means shutting down parts of your aliveness. But you can teach your system that it is safe now to come back. So the first step is awareness. Ask yourself right now, as you're watching this, am I feeling flat or detached? Do I sense my body at all, or am I just thinking about it? Oftentimes when I ask clients, where do you feel that in their body? They literally cannot answer it, and they'll give me sort of a thought-based answer. Have I lost track of time or forgotten to eat? Do I feel like I'm observing my life instead of living it? If you said yes to a few of those, you might be in functional freeze, and there's no judgment. Just noticing that you're in it is already a moment of thawing. Awareness brings you back into relationship with your body. Now let's move through some simple body-based ways to gently wake your system up again once you've recognized that you could be in that shutdown state. So the first idea is to find a safe anchor. Pick one part of your body that feels neutral or safe. I often have people focus on like their left pinky toe or their right big toe or the back of their hand. Bring your attention there. Notice its texture, its temperature, the pressure against the ground or air. This small anchor becomes your home base, and you can always return to it when you start to feel spacey or detached. One of the reasons this is really helpful is that functional freeze, as I mentioned, is an adaptation to stress that's chronic or trauma that's chronic. Usually when we're young, but it can be really through any significant duration of time in our life. And the body, remember, does this numbing and avoidance to avoid feeling very real emotional or physical pain in the moment that it first developed that coping strategy. So what unfortunately is the case is that you cannot numb out just emotion without also numbing out sensation. We cannot just numb out one emotion without numbing out all of them. So the body just starts to be in this almost not permanent, but very often disconnected, disembodied state where the idea of reconnecting, like when I ask that question to people, there's a I would call it a part that is connected to that biological response that says like that is really dangerous. So when we start with a really neutral anchor like a left pinky toe or the back of your right hand, and you intentionally bring your awareness there and breathe into that space and just notice if there's any little details, and you really might not feel much to begin with. So please do not judge yourself if that's the case. You simply begin to retrain the brain that A, the past is not present in this moment, and there are safe, neutral anchors to attend to. And this gets easier and easier over time. The second strategy, which is related to what I'm talking about here, is to hold something rough or jagged, like a stone or textured object, like this big quartz crystal that I always have on my desk while I'm working. And you hold it really hard in one hand for 30 seconds, set a timer, while there's nothing in the other one. And then you set it down. And then you notice how that hand feels different from the one that didn't hold the object. This contrast reawakens sensory pathways that go offline during freeze. And the more you can just stay with those two hands until they start to feel the same again, the more you start to upregulate a part of the brain called the insula. The insula is very infrequently discussed in online YouTube videos or books or, famous people talking about trauma. I'm not quite sure why, because it really is the part of the brain that is most involved in this functional freeze. Really any of the fight, flight, freeze, fawn tend to befriend mechanisms that we have. But the insula is particularly implicated when we feel disassociated, because it's responsible for two things, for interoception and proprioception. So proprioception is our ability to sense our body in space, sort of the outside, and its impact on us. And interoception is that ability to know how we feel, both emotionally and physically, on the inside. And we need both of those things to be present. That ability, that capacity, that neurological set of neurons in the brain called the insula is usually what we call down-regulated because of chronic stress or trauma. And so a very simple exercise like the contrast hand holding, and it can be anything, it doesn't have to be, you might not have a bazillion crystals on your desk like I do. I could literally pick up like so many different things here. It could, even be something like a fidget, but I suggest that it be something that's kind of, pointed. It could even be your phone. The more you do that, if you did that 30 seconds every day, you would literally start retraining your brain to come back online to noticing the inside and the outside in the right now moment. The next idea is to change your environment. When you feel frozen, your body needs novelty and grounding together. So try getting down on the floor. Feel the ground support under you, like press your body into it and literally allow that structure. Just notice that the ground has gravity, it has structure, and let it hold you. You could crawl, I'm always talking about this, stretch, shift your posture to a different position. Different positions, different signals, and your nervous system learns again through just using the ground that it is safe to move again. Next is the meat slap technique. So I know this sounds funny, but it really works. So you start gently slapping or tapping your body, your thighs, your arms, your chest, your legs, up and down, front and back. You're not hurting yourself. You're simply waking up your tissue and circulation and fascia. You're saying, hey body, I'm here. This is me. We're alive. When we're doing this, we're activating our nervous system. We're activating our senses. I should probably stop doing that while I'm talking and you won't be able to hear me. Honestly, it feels so good. I'm clearly someone that's used to doing strange things for the sake of mental health and well-being and spiritual growth. So I don't mind doing it. And actually, that's why it's so helpful. It's really novel. And again, it kind of gets us out of that chronic disembodied state. Because you're hearing it, it makes noise. You can tell I'm wearing shorts. Even though it's winter, it's always hot in my house. So you're hearing it, you're feeling your skin, and you're literally waking up parts of the body that might not get a lot of attention as well. The next one is number 5 is humming and eye rolls. So humming activates, again, that vagus nerve, the part of your system, your nervous system that tells your body you're safe. So try this low hum as you slowly move your eyes in circles, counterclockwise and clockwise. This resets the cranial nerves and helps to regulate your state very quickly. So that might look like this. Okay, now other way. So that was Happy Birthday, in case you didn't recognize it. It could be anything. It does not have to be a song. It can just be a sound. Humming is an amazing, free, kind of low profile thing that you can actually do in public. Like a lot of things that we do for nervous system regulation, could be seen as unusual or get looks, but humming is, pretty within the realm of the norm. So doing that and then just like looking, moving your eyes clockwise and counterclockwise can really bring, again, that insula back online. Number 6 is to name what's here and its feelings or sensations return, because they will. Speak them out loud. So you might say, oh, anger is here, or there's heat in my chest. You're not judging, you're just naming. Naming emotions helps your brain integrate them. It's how you build a bridge between your body and your awareness. And if you can't identify the feeling, but you have a sensation, just name that. Oh, there's something here. Maybe I'm not even quite sure. Is it in my throat, or is it my stomach, or is it all of that? But just asking yourself, where do I notice sensation or emotion? And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just about bringing the curiosity and seeing if you can begin to have any kind of vocabulary for what is happening now. And even noticing numbness is a step in the right direction. So number 7, reach for a present moment thought. Finish with a grounded affirmation, something like, I am in my body. I am grateful for my feelings and my needs. Say it slowly. Feel it. Let it be a small devotion to returning to yourself. So the goal here, my friends, is not to force yourself out of freeze. That only creates more pressure. The goal is to create tiny moments of reconnection, little sparks that tell your body, you don't have to protect me from life all the time anymore. So each time that you notice, breathe, or anchor, you're retraining your nervous system towards aliveness and safety. And you are safe enough to feel now in most situations. You are safe enough to live fully. So as we close, take a deep breath, place a hand on your heart, exhale gently, and thank your body for protecting you in the only way it knew how. You're coming home now. If this video resonated, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this reminder today. You're doing beautifully. You're healing, and you're returning to yourself. Until next time, may you be at peace, may you be safe, may you be happy, and may you be healthy. Bye for now.